Dear Mr. Peter Abi, this message is for you. It has become necessary that we address this matter of you publicly frolicking with enemies of our democracy and people that have contributed to the mess that we are in as a people and as a nation. While we cannot remove the fact that you are patriotic and you love this country, and your interest for the overwhelming good of the country is very evident. But publicly endorsing, supporting, celebrating, eulogizing people that has taken us there is not good for your brand image. And we must tell the truth at this moment, right? We want to leave this quagmire. We want to get out of this mess. We cannot continue to celebrate the people that put us in this mess in the first place. I am urging you. I don't know those people that are handling you. I don't know the advice and the counsels. And maybe you have good intention, but this is coming out very wrong. And for those of us that are your foot soldiers and defending the cause of your brand and your personality, it has become necessary that you get to stop. Peter B, you need to stop. The message you put out in celebration of General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, irrespective of what Babangida achieved as a head of state, for the fact that he deliberately truncated democracy, he truncated the rule of law, he truncated separation of power. It was a tool for the perpetuation of our continuous detention against our will in the military era, and for the fact that he also annulled a free, fair, and credible election in this country. We will not accept that eulogize him. Now, some of us have nostalgic feelings about how the June 12, 1993 elections panned out and the long-term effect it has had. Part of which became the necessity of the Bola Tinubu brand that he said a Milocon, because to him and his foot soldiers, there became a need for them to be compensated for what happened in 1993. We are still dealing 22 years later. What 22? 32 years later, we are still dealing with the effect of that singular act. And I'm not comfortable with Babangida in his autobiography trying to make it sound as if, oh, the election was fair and fair and they regretted it. No. There should be a public apology to the state of the country, to Nigerians, and restitution made. Because there are very many things. I've said it personally that God permits some of us become president or leaders in this country in some ways. And there's some of these guys are left. They are going to face several inquiries. And they need to answer to several issues. Because we are aware, very Oshomole, who himself is not to be trustworthy, tried to say retired generals are doing this, are doing that. There are many things that have been linked to the Nigerian army and retired generals. The issues about insecurity, the issues about oil theft, the issues about illegal money, the issues about consistent cabalism in this country. So, Peter, some things that needs to stop. If you truly want to be on the side of people, you need to be on the side of people. I understand that not all of the leaders that have led this country may be enemies of this country, as it were. We cannot call all of them enemies and demonize all of them. But there are a few persons that should be out of your mouth and out of your space. Before the elections, we saw that you were going around, you saw a few persons, and it was okay, you're a politician as well. But you see, this politics you are playing has a ripple effect on the brand that you have before us. And some of us have a problem about it. You have to be very unaware of how disastrous the Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida's era was to this country, and for you to clap for him and eulogize him in that manner. Invitations to some event should be discarded moving forward. If you truly want to stand with the people, it is high time you stood with the people. And if you want to stand with the people, we cannot continue to celebrate the people that have put us in this mess. We also want to get out. It is not possible. There should be a drastic move. There should be a drastic action in dealing with these issues. And one of them is called, because now, make it make sense to me, Mr. Peter Abi. If you say you want to help this country and you publicly frolic, eulogize, endorse, celebrate these individuals that have put us in this mess. If these guys did all of this mess deliberately, and they now seem to be that they are the one aiding and abetting you, supporting you, so to speak, clapping for you, does it not reek of an ideology that They want to create a prosy. Let's not even go there. The other day it was you, Happy Yakubu Gowon, who by all means led us, even if we were defending the state of Nigeria, there were several things. See, there are things to correct now. We are not healed from the history of this country. And I tell you, and if you understand if you do traumatic analysis and understand what trauma is, you understand that part of the problem of this country is burnout of the trauma of yesterday's pain that we are yet to heal from. The Nigerian Civil War and all of the military intervention and democracy. Because all of this military intervention are being termed tribal or ethnic, so to speak. And people still have recourse to be angry with certain tribes. The Civil War is there. The 1993 June 12 annulment is still there. So all of this is enough for you to know that the Nigerian people are not so much of love. See, we are very peace-loving people. If not, there are some of these generals that Nigerians would have declared enemies, and at any given time, they will be enemies of the people, and Nigerians will continue to look at them as such. And there are dangers of seeing these enemies. And these are generals. They have powers and mighty. We cannot continue to do. These guys are not friends of Nigerian people. And if you want to stand with the Nigerian people, you need to stand with the Nigerian people. We are not saying you should not keep your friendship or do your politics, but please tone down the level of it reeks of hypocrisy. If you say we have been a mess, we have been in oil bunkering, we have been illegal mining, a lot of things were not developed, the north has been suffering, and the people that led us to this mess, you clap for them. So it means that in a couple of years' time, Buhari will write a book and people will start to celebrate. People will say, Buhari was my father and Buhari's boy, and you will write a eulogy on Muhammadu Buhari. No, sir. No, sir. The fact that some of us are young and may not have had understanding of the history of this country or where we are coming from doesn't mean that we have not read enough to say, no, this doesn't need to be. Mr. Peter, I beg you in the name of God. We have 2 years to election. There is so much work to be done. Forget about these guys. They didn't help you in 2023. They will not help you. The Nigerian people will be the people that will help you if need be. If you want to be president, then you need to stand out. This is not the time. This year, we are going to make up our mind as Nigerian people. And they will decide who deserves it. And we'll go all out for it. Because some of these relationships you have are the ones holding you down. They're the ones being used to manipulate you. That's why people think that you are not being sincere. We cannot be fighting for you in the street and you are going behind us to mess us up. No, sir, we don't need all of this relationship. All of this hype, all of this eulogy, all of this endorsement, celebration, we don't need them. Yakubu Gowon the other day. Shehu Shagari another time. Muhammadu Buhari, this. Look at you publicly trying to show who is Yemi Osibanjo. What did he do to better our country for 8 years? A professor of law, a man of God. He considered, no matter how genuine he think he is, he contributed to the mess we are in. We couldn't even have a genuine electoral reform that would have helped the cause of this country. The election that brought them to power was free and fair, so to speak. And now you cannot even help influence a free and fair election. Then forget about it. Don't stop all of these things you are doing with these guys. I don't like it anymore. It's getting too much. Sir, please. We dey respect you. You go respect us too. This thing is mutually beneficial. Respect is reciprocal. The other woman say respect is in the reciprocate. But Babangida is not our friend. He's not our friend. Yakubu Gowon is not our friend. All of these guys are bled. So tomorrow you go to help Buhari. So take your time, sir. Take your time. We will not play. Let's not argue to them. If you want us to add to we will add to the enemies of this country and we'll focus. If we are not ready, we are not ready. Even if it takes us 10 years to get somebody viable, we'll prepare. All of these things need to stop. I don't want to see you again do any eulogy, write anything and hype any of these guys. They are our problem in this country. They are part of our problem. People will drive us enter the problem. How do you feel? You mean that as you are now, you drive vehicle enter problem. You can't step aside. They say maybe leg they pay you or something. Another driver come. This driver one start I can't help the man. Baba, you think and you Peter be you certain and think some things what you do. You take your time. You are going to the north to help them. Or what did Babangida do to stabilize our system? All of these guys, they brought policies and programs that messed us up. We are here to heal from the problem they put us. I beg them. Peter Bini should be the last time. If I see any video, any message, anything that eulogize this guy, me and you, I don't know, say you are not enemy. So you just do yourself, I do myself. I know if they defend you for where intellectuals there every time they say there is a political understanding to all of this. There's no political understanding. Stop, sir, stop. Good night.